doesn't. It's so wonderful. I mean, it's amazing the bonding that happens. I mean, because of the safe environment that gets created, because of the way these processes are, because it's such a cellular level, you are getting this work because it's so experiential, because it goes so deep. I mean, it is powerful what comes out of those 2 days. And if I can just say, I realized after the fact, that WOW is actually an acronym. And if I can share that, WOW is an acronym for Without Walls. And what that means is, what is that like when you are able to then drop all that other stuff that's in the way and really, really connect to who you are, really, really connect to another human being or an audience and your message in such a way that it so powerfully flows through you and makes that impact. And it ends up affecting all other areas of your life as well. It's a nice side benefit, I got to say. But, I mean, it's given people their lives back. It's given people a whole other level in their life, not just in their career. And, it's such an amazing experience. And I'm so grateful that you're going to be part of this and going through this together in an upcoming one.
Well, I know I'm bringing some people with me because I know that they, as we've talked, and they've seen you as well. They've been completely blown away with you and the way that you communicate. I mean, just in this conversation that we're having here, if people can't hear the energy or feel the energy, the excitement, the passion that you have for what you do, they're missing something. And then when they get to see you in person and watch the way you are and the way, just naturally, I mean, just being around you is like magnetic. It's amazing the impact you have on other people. Then you put you in front of an audience and turn you loose, and it's that. I mean, really, it is. It's a transformational experience, and to watch that, and to say, you know what, I could do the same thing. Maybe not to that level. Maybe I don't want to do what you do, but in my own world, in my own way, how can I be more me than somebody that I've been trained to be? That's really, I think, that authenticity that comes through. Well, Lynn, we've talked about a number of different people the program is for. Beginning speakers. I know you've worked with some of the industry giants out there, with most well-known people in the industry. You've worked with some major performers. But really, who is the program for? I mean, will it work for every level of speaker or every level of person who wants to improve? Is there a particular person that's better for than another?
Well, that's the beauty of this work. Because it's not just for speakers. I mean, it really is for, you could be a professional. You could be, like I said, the lawyer, the venture capitalist, the person from corporate America. I had someone who was in corporate America and said she wished she'd done it years ago, the difference it would have made for her presentations. To realtors, I had a screenwriter because she had to do pitch, had to go and pitch her project to producers. And I've had a number of screenwriters. I had a producer who did fried green tomatoes, and she came so that when she would have to pitch to the money people, to help her with that. So it's, in whatever way, if you're going to be, or authors, when you're going to be in the media, especially that, you want to be able to have that spark that's going to make you stand out so that people pay attention. So definitely I've worked from people like I described, that graphic designer who's come from having no clue to then at the end of the 2 days just being on fire, to then, and everywhere in between, to then the absolute consummate pros who've been around for years. And then they come because this is such a unique and hands-on and going beneath the layers type of training that they get something that they're not going to get anywhere else, that really gives them that edge and takes them to another level, that strips away some of the stuff that they might have been starting to, some old habits they might have started to acquire, that they want to be able to just let go of, so they're in a whole fresh place. And that's what Marci came to WOW for, Marci Shimoff. She's sold over 14 million books. She's just a best-selling author beyond, I think she's the number one best-selling woman author of nonfiction. And she was in the movie The Secret, and she's very well known in the personal growth industry and a very well known speaker. And she was about to come out with her book Happy for No Reason. And was contemplating not releasing the book and not doing a media tour and not doing it because she was just feeling the burden of her passion. She just couldn't, the idea of going and doing this again, there's just too much stuff in her way. And yet anyone who's experienced her, I mean, she's just fantastic. But inside, she knew she needed something different, or she needed to just let go of some stuff so she could really, really feel authentic and free and go for it at a whole other level. So she came to WOW, and within those 2 days, and keeping it, respecting her privacy, I won't, share it more beyond that, but within those 2 days, she had a huge breakthrough. And then she ended up being excited to now go for it. And she ended up having just her most successful media tour ever, over 200 appearances, including Oprah and Larry King. And she just reached a whole other level and way of connecting within her speaking and broke through personally even. And, that's the power of this type of work. And I think it's real important, like you said, Martin, when we get beyond just information, which puts people in their head, we're able to deliver something that is experiential and is personal to you. It then really seeps beneath the surface and gets inside your cells, and it becomes part of you. And to then make a quantum leap in 2 days, without having to try to figure it out or spend however much time or however long, going at it, but to have that stream and that power. And it really does deliver it from master to beginner alike.
Well, that's great, and that's why I'm coming. I'm so sold on what you do, and I know that I've been doing this for so long, but I certainly am going to learn some new things from you, just as I have every time we talk. And let me just say this. I really am excited about this. Now, can you tell us where the next program is coming up, or where do you have these? Do you have them around the country, or do you have them in one spot? What do you do here?
Well, normally it's at the Marina Del Rey Hotel, which is in Los Angeles, here in the Marina. That's where I usually tend to have them. Every now and then I'll do them, let's say, in Florida or New York. I mean, just that only happens once in a rare while. I do know that at the time of this particular recording, we'll be doing one in Florida, too, which may not be posted on the site, because sometimes it's a group that comes to me and wants to do it, and then it doesn't even get posted on the site. So if someone would rather see if it's happening in Florida, or for instance, like the one upcoming that we're having, they can email me and I can let you know. Although definitely we do have them in Los Angeles. And I would definitely recommend if your people are hearing this, you want to come to this one that Martin's going to be at, because the power of the group, I mean, the group almost generates the experience together. I just get to be a conductor. I mean, yes, I am a powerful facilitator. Yes, I know how to laser right through and see what needs to be, shifted once we do that second day and jump in the sandbox and all that. But the power of the group carries this work as well. And so we're going to have already we have a few really powerful people that are slated to come to this one. So hopefully that answers your question there, Martin.
Well, it does. Now, let me just say this to the listeners, because, and they know how I operate. When there's a program that has an affiliate attachment to it, first of all, I don't promote anything at all to my group. And I'm approached by people all the time saying, hey, will you promote my product? There's an affiliate fee or whatever, you'll get a commission off of it. And I don't do that. And the reason I don't is because I don't ever want anybody, any of my consultants or anybody on my list to say, I wonder why he's promoting that to me. Is he promoting it because he thinks it's really good for me, or he's promoting it because he wants to make a buck off of me? I don't make any money on the back end. I don't make any money in upselling anybody anything. When they come to my training, that's what they pay, and that's it. And then we continue to give support. Now, if there's an affiliate fee offered, what I do then is I'll turn right around and give that back to the people who come. And the reason I do that is because, what I just mentioned, I don't ever want anybody in their mind at all to think that I'm making $1 off of them. But also, in these tough times, with the economy the way it is, by me giving money back to them, it's like me helping them subsidize their trip. So if they have flights, or they have hotels, or they have meals, or they have anything that's travel-related like that, that helps offset that. So if there's a price to come to something, what I'll do is I'll just discount that price for them for the amount of the affiliate fee. So in your case, you pay, a 25% affiliate fee. So what they do is, in effect, they just get a 25% discount by coming if they come through. Do you have some kind of a link or something you can give them, or a special code or something that we could give them so that they could, make sure they get credit for that?
Absolutely, and I think that's so great of you, Martin. That's so generous. Well, what I'd recommend is that if this is something that speaks to you, you would go to the site, which maybe we should give the site too, wowyouraudiences.com. If you go to wowyouraudiences.com, you can also see all sorts of videos and other goodies on